So let's say you have a fear, because shyness, okay, but you have a fear of visibility,
Yes.
fear of judgment,
Yes.
or fear, yeah, let's say that.
Which I did.
Yeah, you did?
Yes, of course I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a fear of visibility and judgment. Oh, when I'm going to be visible, I'm going to be attacked, blah, blah.
Yeah. Okay. So fear of being judged. So I'll give my own personal, because I was frozen, even like I was so afraid. When I say I was shy, I used to be very shy, to the point where like if I meet somebody like that I'd never met before, I couldn't have a coherent conversation. Like it took me like that bad. Like really. Like when I say shy, I was really shy.
Okay.
Right. And so going online for sure was a big deal. And plus, like I speak English as a second language, and that was another big deal. And I was like, oh my God, like nobody's going to understand what I say. Like plus I had experiences where people said to me, you have such a heavy accent, blah, blah, blah. I had a lot of fears, okay? But again, like going back to, first of all, like I looked at myself as, okay, what do we want? Going back again to like my vision, it mattered so much to me that I was willing to be like, I'm going to take it. You know,
Okay.
I'm going to take it. It mattered so much to me that I was like, okay, I'm going to make a choice to actually show up. And actually, when I remember this, when I did this, in my head, I was like, even if just one person experienced what I experienced doing what I'm about to share, it's worth it to me. And even in the process of that, I was very afraid. I was still shaky. I remember the very first video I posted, like live online. I literally went online and I said, I'm going to do this for 21 days. And this is my first time coming live. I'm very afraid, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to do this because I want to change the information around this. I want to change, really like create like a new, like rewire my brain. And so like it took me actually like showing up. First of all, deciding that I was going to do it. Second of all, showing up every day. Even when I didn't have anything to say, I was like, okay, I'm coming because I said I was going to come, right? Simply because I need to do the thing that I promised that I was going to do. And then from there, like something was really shocking. People really started responding. Like when I did it, my lighting was awful. I was like, I remember some of the videos I was doing like at the base of my my bed. Everything was bad. The sound was bad. I looked awful. Everything was bad. But I did it for 21 days and I didn't miss any of the days. I was very intentional about it because I wanted to change the information inside of my brain. And so when I say that, that means that first of all, I decided that I wanted to do it, but I also made like took action, like. And then so when I did that, when I started saying to myself, when I was saying to myself, nobody's going to listen. And then from that, people actually not only listened, but they bought my stuff. It changed the information, right?
Okay. So just doing it.
Yeah, just doing it. Yeah.
I have another example
Yeah.
that's trickier. Let's say,
You're trying to trick me.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine. So let's say you
Yeah.
have a fear of losing money,
Yes.
and everything you do, you lose money.
Yeah.
You invest,
Yeah.
Bitcoin,
Yeah.
you lose money. Invest in real estate,
Yeah.
losing money. You invest in stock,
Yeah. You lose
losing
money.
You
You are creating that actually. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're investing in hiring new people,
Yeah.
losing money. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so I want to overwrite that.
Information
Yeah,
that you only lose money.
yeah, but I have proof.
That you
Yeah.
have you have data. You have proof that all you do is lose money.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
stop investing, but
Yeah.
I'm also losing money
Yeah.
because inflation.
Because because like, whatever you do, you're
I
losing
want to
money.
invest
Yeah.
and win money.
Yeah.
So
So it's So how do you change that information? Are you being very tricky with me? But it's like what you said earlier. It's like whatever you say is true.
Mm.
right? So like actually one of the things that I like train, like teach, now I'm going to go back to teach even the people in my, it's like refreshing the brain. Like this is where we go back to really energy. And because yeah, that information is there. There are people who have very, very rigid brain where it's like it's hard to
Mm.
actually change the information, right? It's very hard. Like it's like you can look at it from the person, like even like ice. If you have ice, for example, and then you have stuff
Mm.
in the ice and you
Mm.
want to remove it, it's hard. You
Mm.
can't, right? What do you need to do? You need to melt the ice. You have
Mm.
to kind of like melt the ice, and then if you dig your hand you can easily remove, right?
Mhm.
So that's what I would say is they have to refresh their brain. Like you have to refresh, which is literally like the practice that I do. It's like first of all, to refresh the brain you have to sensitize it, I mean connect with the brain. You have to make it like malleable,
Mm.
like flexible, so that you can change the information. You can, and then you can refresh, and all this is literally a process. In my work, this is why a lot of people love it so much. Even though we don't focus a ton on removing blocks or changing the information, it naturally happens. Why?
Mm.
Because we make the brain so flexible that naturally you can, before you can replace the older information, you have to be able to be like,
Mm.
it has to be replaceable, right?
Mm.
Because if it's too rigid, if it's too in
Mm.
there, then it's like it's not going anywhere,
Mm.
right? You
Yeah, okay.
understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
so
Yeah.
if I don't refresh,
Yes.
I'm gonna
It's like on your
continue.
computer,
Yeah.
refresh, right?
Okay.
It will keep like reloading the same information.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, it's not that good to take direct action, like investing, for example. I have to refresh my brain, and like, and then
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's like for me, I refresh my brain all the time. It's like
okay.
it has to be like for me. It's like it's not even about investing. It's not even about business. It's about like the humans that we are,
Okay.
right? Because even like any human, whether it's about business or investing or whatever, like it's not very pleasant if you have a rigid mind.
Mm.
It's not very pleasant as like it's like life
Mm.
itself. And so for me, like every day, it's like how do I, even like before going to bed, even like every day, every minute, how do I refresh? How do I not hold on so tight into one information or another? How
But
can I?
how do you do that?
It's a condition of the brain. That's the work that I do.
You have to buy
Yeah,
my product.
yeah. No, it's not that you have to buy my product. I can tell you. It's like even like if you go on my channel, for example, well, one of the things that I do a lot is like tapping your body. What
Mm.
does tapping your body do? It sensitizes your brain. It wakes up your brain. It creates connection with your brain. And then when we do like, and then I'll tap everywhere because our mind is always so outside of our body
Mm.
so much, right? And so like by tapping like your body, if because your mind goes where there's the most stimulation often. So by tapping your body, you're forcing your mind to come back to your body. So when you force your mind to come back inside, what happens is at the very least your brain is like wake up,
Mm.
sensitize, right? And then like there are things also that I do. Like I can't think of one right now, like to make the brain flexible. But even in life in general, like a lot of the times, for example, when if I go to the movie theaters, for example, we have the habit of staying in like in the same, like oh, buying an like airline ticket, like you have the habit of staying in the same exact same spot like all the time. But if you're conscious about it, to make your brain flexible, you can choose and move all the
Mm.
time instead of, right? Traveling is another way you can make your brain flexible as
Mm.
well. You know, like there are little things as
So
well.
new experiences,
New
basically.
experiences, yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, so many people are so rigid. It's like this is the only way I know, and I'm going to stick to that, right?
Okay.
And we don't realize that actually it's impacting our brain and it's also impacting everything else that we do.
Really interesting.